Acción, tu revista mensual de cine y series, con los mejores estrenos de cine, fichas y reportajes coleccionables, series de televisión y 4 pósters todos los meses. Búscala en tu kiosco.
Okay, can you hear me right now?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I don't know what's happened with my computer. When I change from room to room, it completely disconnect the audio and the mic. Okay. So first of all, thank you so much for this interview and congrats for this amazing show. It's visually stunning. And I want to ask you about how it's been becoming part of this legendary universe that is Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's kind of crazy because I'm young. So, I'm a lot of you guys sort of grew up with it, and sort of everyone else sort of grew up with it. Whereas for me, I didn't. And I think now that I've become a part of it and I've learned about Tolkien and I've witnessed it and I've become engrossed in it, I'm really excited to be bringing it to the new generation. So that's really exciting, everyone.
Yeah, I mean. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. Please continue. Keep going, please.
No. I think he said it beautifully. Yes. You can go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. I was wondering how it's been because they told us that we are going to watch to see the peak of each race, the peak of Numenor, the peak of the Alps, but the relationship between the races are really tense. So how's been that? I don't want to spoil anything, but it's kind of an important thing in your journey, the relationship between elves and humans.
You definitely don't see the Southlanders at their peak. This is in the aftermath of the ancestors choosing the side of Morgoth, and I think that we are paying the price for the decision of our ancestors who chose evil over good. So we are very much in barren lands, trying to rebuild, trying to earn back trust and freedom, really.
Yeah. And I mean, for us, and that tension that you're talking about in the relationships between humans and elves, it's, as you say, kind of fuels our storyline. I think there has to be a reckoning, at some point, or that there's a curiosity that is fueling at least our relationship that perhaps will begin to expose the bridges and the cracks. I'm trying to put it in a way that I can tease it without spoiling it.
And we also have seen in your point of the story, it's an epic show with a lot of adventure, but I have the feeling that your story has some hints of horror film, something that is really close to Bayona, to the director of the first 2 episodes that we have seen. So how's been that? It's something that we are going to watch because the tunnels, the assault in at your home. How's been that for you? Because it has a different vibe from the rest of the show.
Yeah, it has his. No, it has his hand all over the place, it really, the way that he composes the scene and his style and how he creates that tension with what is not seen, that he that's something that I think classically he does so well, that it's what you don't see, and showing the journey of the person that is expecting it. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely, you definitely see Bayona in those first 2 episodes.
Yeah.
It's something that we are going to watch in the next episode with your story, that peak of horror in your eyes, because it makes it different from the other parts of the show.
Yeah, and all the different worlds. I think there's different colors, different textures, different. We just all have. They're so distinguished from each other. That's what I think makes it great, because every time you're in a different world, you're in a different world.
Yeah, and I think for our worlds too, there's a foreboding for all the other worlds, and perhaps ours is a little bit different because there's an immediate thing happening in our world, and I think that's why you're responding to that. We're immediately experiencing what other people are perhaps starting to sense or talk about.
What other people whispers, you are living it right now.
Exactly. Yeah.
Then you're the evil coming back. And I have also the feeling that your place, the Southlands have something in the colors, in the place itself that is kind of rotten. Is that something that the place transmit to you, that this space where you saw the story?
I no, go ahead.
No, could you repeat?
Yeah.
That the feeling that the place, the Southlands, transmit to the audience is that it's a place rotten, it's a place corrupt, it's a place lost in time. So is that something that you have the feeling shooting the film?
Yeah, I mean, literally everything. I mean, it's thank you to the crew and New Zealand, because that they literally built a whole village for us, and I think it looked rough, and it looked, you could walk and you could feel like the weight that the people were really working under. So it made our jobs a lot easier. Like every single detail to little carvings on the pillars that they have, to like little baskets of rotten bread, and yeah, like it's just they really it was all so detailed and really made it easy. Yeah.
Again, congratulations.
Acción, tu revista mensual de cine y series, con los mejores estrenos de cine, fichas y reportajes coleccionables, series de televisión y 4 pósters todos los meses. Búscala en tu kiosco.